Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We are getting ready to go live, folks, as we have gotten a slow start to the day, but it's actually, we're on time, considering the fact that, don't forget, I announced to all of you that we will be going live at 7:45 a.m. Today, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule again, so I'm trying to do my very best to stick to that time zone, I should say. So I'm excited to launch. Right now, what I'm doing before we go available on the air is I'm actually sending out notifications to everybody, especially those that are subscribers to our show, on our email, letting them know that, hey, we're going to be going on a little early this morning, and this way that they don't miss today's morning episode. So I just got one more person to send out. I have a trio that I usually send out to every morning. So let me just send a request out to Joe, to Mansa, and to Tony. And of course, then I will now officially post it on our Facebook that we are going live in about 30 seconds. I'm hoping that each and every one of you has had a blessed weekend, and I'm hoping that each and every one of you are prepared for another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. So with that being said, let's get started with another rendition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. And I hope and trust that each and every one of you had an opportunity to spend time with their loved ones, with their families, and know that God is with you. Because today is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Oh yeah, today is the day. Here we go.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live. A weekly show all about faith. A show with motivational topics, inspirational stories, and personal testimony set out to change the world.
Don't you see that your faith is coming alive? Don't you see that it's tested every time? He's the one that makes your life divine. He's the one that makes you feel fine. Your faith being tested.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Hello, everyone, as we broadcast live from my car. Welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin. And I cannot believe it. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. Today marks 17 months. That's right, Ariel, my daughter, is 17 months old today. Ariel, I love you with all my heart, and I hope that one day, when you go back and listen to all the archives, you will know how much we love you, how much we care about you, and to let you know that I'm always going to be by your side, no matter what. Your daddy loves you. Folks, today's episode is brought just to you live from my vehicle as we talk about You Must Consider This. That's right, it's some title that I just came up with because I was thinking about so many things. And I just started thinking about the fact that we all must consider the fact that the world is going to be different. Changes that happen to us in the future and changes that are happening to us on a daily basis is changing. The spectrum, the aura is changing. But that doesn't mean that we, our personalities, and who we are need to change. And that's why I came up with You Must Consider This. Yes, maybe our way of life, maybe our way of thinking, and our way of approaching things will be different. But we must consider this, and that is, we should never change who we are. So many times, as things have happened to us over the years, or personally, we've altered the way that we do things. But our personalities, our persona, should never change. We are individuals that were created for a purpose. Our purposes in life have to move forward. Yes, it'll get changed a little bit in the sense of looking at things from a different perspective. Looking at things from, let's say, from a baseball's perspective, from left or center field. But one thing is for sure, we still put on the shoes the same way. We still brush our teeth the same way. All of us put on our clothes the same way. And in one way or another, we must consider this. We need to stay who we are. Now, that could be considered so hard to talk about, and it's an easy manipulation if you think about it, because when I say we must never change, of course we change with the times, but who we are in our hearts is what I'm talking about. For example, if you're a person that's good, you should never go to the bad side. You should never think bad. If you're a person that has been bad, you can change for the good. So I guess in a way, it applies in certain different type of categories, situations. Sometimes when we are growing up, or if we're in the workforce or workplace, I should say, we find that our way of approaching things don't always apply and doesn't always work to benefit who we are until we change and alter certain ways of how we approach situations. But even if we change that type of way of thinking, we still are who we are. Deep down inside, our hearts are still ours. We need to remember to never change who we are inside. Growing up, I remember having to grow up faster than usual as I started to get involved in a relationship with many of you know at the time became extremely toxic, and my way of thinking had to change. The way I perceived myself to everyone out there was a lie. I told people that I was happy when I was sad. I told people that I was sad when I was miserable. And I told people that I was miserable when I was depressed. But one of the things that I didn't change was who I was deep down inside. I still was a lovable person, even though at times I had hate in my mind, hate in my thoughts, but I never allowed that hate, I never allowed that misery to change who I truly was inside. Yeah, I did a lot of immature things when I was growing up. Who hasn't? But I still had to think about things that I did, and when I did do them, I felt guilty because I knew that was not who I was. One of the things that I still to this day talk about frequently, and I did this a long time ago on one of our episodes, was when I explained to all of you how I was so much in turmoil, such hate in my mind, that when I was at a traffic stop, light I should say, and it was red, I just kind of zoned out and didn't know that the light had turned green. And the person behind me had been honking their horn, and it set off a trigger. I got out of the car and started yelling and looking like I was about to beat up the person when I leaned into their car, and it was an elderly gentleman, and he was looking at me with tears in his eyes, and he had fear. And it made me realize that wasn't who I was. I still feel guilty about that. I still think about that gentleman each and every day. There are times when things are just really, really bad, I think about how I felt and how I could have made things better if I just allowed myself to remember who I was inside. So as we move forward in these up-and-coming crazy days, let us not forget who we are. Let us always remember why we're here. For some of us that don't know who that is yet, that's okay. You will know soon. Maybe after today's episode, you'll have a better idea, a better understanding. But we must consider this. We are who we are because God created us in His image. And deep down inside, no matter how bad things get, no matter how many times we do things that we are not proud of, or do things that we realize we should not have done, we always still feel guilty because we know who we really are. It's time to rise. It's time to remember why we're here. We all have a purpose. We all have a goal. We all have a dream. Allow those gifts that has been given to us. Allow that treasure that is in front of us to be used so that we can move forward to the path of righteousness. Hope you have a blessed day. May God bless you. May He shine His light upon you and give you peace. And never forget, have faith. Let it begin. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.